So Anu, another thing, you must have faced a lot of roadblocks, a lot of
Yes.
demotivating factors over this very long stretched preparation of 5+ years.
A year.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how did you keep yourself motivated? Right? And what were those major roadblocks that you encountered?
So actually, after the results came, when a lot of people started, all the congratulations and everything started pouring in.
Yes.
I actually shared my failure story on Facebook. Okay, I wouldn't call it my success story. I call it my failure story about. It was
Incredible.
written in Malayalam.
Yes.
I wrote it from my heart. I had no idea, but it turned viral. The post turned viral because a lot of people could relate to it. Basically, that was about how the last 5 years has been for me. And one thing that I feel, it was very difficult because especially when you're a girl, people expect you to get married at a certain age and
Yes.
or have a proper job. I mean, proper job. I was teaching at an IS institute, but that is not considered as a mainstream job by a middle class family. So there was a lot of pressure on me to get married. So I written about all that. There was weight gain, there was stress, everything. But one thing I felt that motivated me throughout these 5 years is that I had absolute clarity on why I was writing this exam. It was not that I wanted to be a glorious person or anything. I really wanted to be in a place where I can bring in change. So that one thing was always there. So every time I would face a failure and I'd go at night to sleep, I tell myself, you know, your heart is in the right place. So one day God is going to see that, and that opportunity is going to present itself. So I was in it for the right reasons, and that one thought was the one thing that kept pushing me. And I had that feeling, if you really want to, because if I kind of believe in God, so I feel that if it is some evil intentions, like I want power or something, then God will see that, and then I won't clear. But if it is really to help people, some universe or God, somebody is going to see that, and that opportunity is going to present itself.
Nobody sees that 10-year period that you have. Everybody sees rank 10, but not the 10 years which have gone in the, acquiring that rank 10.
I felt every day was a hurdle, and because every single day I used to wake up and feel वही NCERT फिर से पढ़नी है from that same year. जब 3 बार नहीं हुआ, and that time okay fine, I was like कि इस बार अच्छे से preparation नहीं किया था, I knew नहीं होगा. But the fourth attempt was very serious attempt, and then that when it did not happen, UPSC is a 1 year long journey. So every single day, waking up, thinking I have to have that struggle again. That itself is a challenge, and that is where your willpower comes into play. So I thought the whole of that and self motivation. Everyone will leave your side at one point of the time. Sab bolenge. Everyone said me, you're leaving such a good reputed job. You are a fool to do it. So all of you listening to me, it's a struggle every day, but always remember you are vying for an exam which is the most prestigious in India at least. So you have to give that much of effort.
Sanjita, you are married and you hail from a relatively small town. So did your social background also did that seem like a stumbling block in any way?
Yeah, it did, because it took me a long time to crack. If I was in Delhi or Haryana or UP, where there's in Bihar, the first 2 attempts I gave just to understand कि exam में आता क्या है.
Yes.
What is that there in the exam, you know? So I did not have any idea what is UPSC. उसमें क्या post होते हैं? Nothing. We didn't know anything. So when you come from a privileged background, you at least have a complete base on which you can immediately build. I had to build from scratch. There were no sources available. Back in 2010, when we used to go to cafes to do chatting, there was no internet, at home.
Yes.
Now that we have on the fingertip.
Yes.
So that helped. After the internet came at home, I started having more of an idea and getting material. So all of this had a lot of problem. Being married, I'll say I was lucky on that front. My husband is itself an ex-UPSC aspirant who has given interview twice. So it was his dream to make me an IAS officer. So that was not an issue. But yes, social background does play a big role.
So I would say that the biggest impediments that I faced were somehow related to like my self issues. So like medical issues were one of the things, one of the hurdles. Like during the preparation, there were various times, like during the fourth year, I was down with dengue and I could not study for like 10 to 15 days. Then there were episodes of viral fever. There were episodes of, so the health was one of the issues. I was staying outside home, and I am a, home food is something like which I always crave. And if I don't get it for a very long period of time, then my stomach starts doing things on its own. So that was one of the issues. Health was one of the issues. The other thing was that, as I said, I was in the initial portion, like in my initial preparation days, the focus span, the attention span was one of the issues. The hours, whereas the hours that I put in were an issue even after, I put my complete focus on the examination. Even then, I was not able to put in 6 to 8, like more than 6 to 8 hours. I needed to watch a movie or a TV series episode before I went to sleep. I was like very talkative. I love to interact with people. But I think like everything manages itself. Once you have the right clarity, once you have the focus, the vision, then you know your own, as I said, you know your own strengths and your weaknesses. So I knew that because I cannot study as much as the other toppers. So I will have to make do with whatever little time I have, and I will have to like strategize that time very, like I would have to be very minute, very precise with the time that I spend. So I had divided my time in slots, like the morning slot wherein I would study the most important subjects. So that is how I got through it.
So to the audience, I would like them to take home from Shreyas this answer, particularly that it's not that all toppers study for 12 to 15 hours a day. The average attention span of a student would be around 8 to 9 hours at max in a day, right? Beyond that, you can stretch, but then the productivity would dip significantly. Secondly, you do need some ways of unwinding, like Shreyas used to watch movies or something, because throughout the day, if you're studying, then it gets to you also. So you need those things, and of course, you need that clarity of vision, which he has.
So it was lack of answer writing practice or lack of mocks for prelims. I kept on reading without without checking whether I'm reading the right thing, whether I'm reading with the right strategy.
Absolutely.
So that was one of the blocks. And second was a lot of information and material is available in the market. And I also wanted to pick up every material that is there in the shop, pick up this and read everything. I should not miss out on anything. I think that was a roadblock. I should not have done that. I should have limited my resources.
Yes.
This is what I did in my 5th attempt as well. So these were the 2 roadblocks that I would say.
There are a lot of portions which are not overlapping between the prelims and the main section. So in my first attempt as well, I skipped that portion, and that led to my selection. I skipped some part of that syllabus, and that led to not being selected. So this time, that is one area which has less number of material available as well, and you have to really, like security, like society, a lot of people skip. I'm from sociology, so I didn't face any problem in that. And in GS3 as well, in GS2 governance topics are there, which you have to really dig into different sources and find out. So I focused on those small topics, and which are often neglected by people due to different reasons, and that was really helpful for me.
Actually, see, it's a day-to-day thing. One day you might be feeling very good and you might finish off something and you'll be very happy about it. The next day you might not be feeling the same. You might be thinking about, oh my God, have I taken too much risk in life? Yeah. Things like that. You become too much of a thinker at that point of time. So what you need to do is overcome that time. I'm not saying that feeling is bound to come, but you need to overcome that time. Okay, for a day or two, I cannot study because I'm thinking about something else. Yes. So I used to call my father, and then we used to have long discussions about, what I'm doing in my life. Is it right? Or should I have just joined a job after college, or things like that. So yes, it's the day-to-day ups and downs that one needs to manage, because somewhere or the other, one of your friends will be getting a job, someone might be getting married, and then they'll be sending you photographs, and you'll be like, oh my God, I am stuck with Lakshmikant. You need to get out of it. So yeah, that's the day-to-day challenge that will happen. Like living in Delhi, such challenges will be lesser because you're seeing everybody struggle. So that's a sort of a comfort thing for you. But definitely these are the things on a personal level you'll feel, and I think at that time you need to stay strong. That
To
point.
remain kind of
And
motivated and persevere, that is like challenging. Huh? I suppose
yeah,
academically the syllabus is not too challenging. It is vast, no doubt, but it is not like something rocket science or something too technical or beyond understanding. But it's that mental challenge. How do you deal with that, right? How do you keep your head on your shoulders, remain mentally calm and
definitely.
balanced?
Yeah, definitely.
सर रोड ब्लॉक्स एक तो मेजर मेरा ये फाइनेंशियल इश्यूज था सर, बिकॉज एजुकेशनल लोन था और वो लोन एनपीए हो गया था, तो बैंक से भी फोन आते थे और घर वालों एक तो, और एक दूसरा जो मेजर रोड ब्लॉक था सर वो मेरा जॉब छोड़ना था, क्योंकि मैं घर से पहला लड़का था जो एमएनसी में जॉब कर रहा था, मैं बैंगलोर में जॉब कर रहा था, और वो जॉब छोड़ना एक बहुत बड़ी बात थी। हमारे गांव से हार्डली कुछ 2-4 इंजीनियर हैं जो बाहर काम कर रहे हैं, उसमें मैं था और वो जॉब छोड़ के यहाँ भी अनसर्टेनिटी है एग्जाम में, तो वो एक मेजर रोड ब्लॉक था सर, जॉब छोड़ना मेरे लिए और फाइनेंशियल इशू, ये 2 मेजर रोड ब्लॉक।